Good evening. Welcome back to St. Peter's Lutheran Church for our Midweek Devotion and Song. This evening I'd like to meditate with you on the first lesson for this coming Sunday. It is from 2 Kings, the second chapter. Now when the Lord was about to take Elijah up to heaven by a whirlwind, Elijah and Elisha were on their way from Gilgal. Elijah said to Elisha, "Stay here, for the Lord has sent me as far as Bethel." But Elisha said, "As the Lord lives, and as you yourself live, I will not leave you." So they went down to Bethel. The company of prophets who were in Bethel came out to Elisha and said to him, "Do you know that today the Lord will take your master away from you?" And he said, "Yes, I know. Keep silent." Elijah said to him, "Elisha, stay here, for the Lord has sent me to Jericho." But he said, "As the Lord lives, and as you yourself live, I will not leave you." So they came to Jericho. The company of prophets who were at Jericho drew near to Elisha and said to him, "Do you not know that today the Lord will take your master away from you?" And he answered, "Yes, I know. Be silent." Then Elijah said to him, "Stay here, for the Lord has sent me to the Jordan." But he said, "As the Lord lives, and as you yourself live, I will not leave you." So the two of them went on. 50 men of the company of prophets also went and stood at some distance from them, as they both were standing by the Jordan. Then Elijah took his mantle and rolled it up and struck the water. The water was parted to the one side and to the other, until the two of them crossed on dry ground. When they had crossed, Elijah said to Elisha, "Tell me what I may do for you before I am taken from you." Elisha said, "Please let me inherit a double share of your spirit." He responded, "You have asked a hard thing. Yet, if you see me as I am being taken from you, it will be granted you. If not, it will not." As they continued walking and talking, a chariot of fire and horses of fire separated the two of them. And Elijah ascended in a whirlwind into heaven. Elisha kept watching and crying out, "Father, Father! The chariots of Israel and its horsemen!" But when he could no longer see him, he grasped his own clothes and tore them in two pieces. I've been thinking about this text this week as I reflect on losing 4 disciples in the last month. Rex Holshouser, Ray Barger, Joanne Klein, and Lola Ritchie. All 4 of these disciples were immensely active at St. Peter's for decades and decades. Now, the first thought, of course, is how will we fill the spots? How will we find people to do what they were doing? As I look at this passage from 2 Kings and reflect on the lives of Elijah and Elisha, there is some wonderful truth there for us. Now, Elijah was the most prominent prophet in the history of Israel, and he had made Elisha an apprentice. And Elisha was allowed to go and say goodbye to his family. But after that, Elijah was his master, and Elijah was the one who took responsibility to train him to be a prophet. And now we see many years later that Elijah is coming to the end of his life, and Elijah makes a request, a double portion of Elijah's spirit. Now, we may initially think that Elisha is talking about having double the power of Elijah, but What's really going on here is he wants to inherit a double portion. Under Mosaic law, the firstborn would inherit a double portion when their parents died. And so Elisha is asking to be considered not only a son, but the firstborn son. And so the relationship between Elijah and Elisha has gone from mentor and mentee, or trainer and trainee, to one of father and son. Elijah and Elisha have invested time and love into a relationship that now has spanned years and has grown into a mutual admiration. And I think about losing these 4 disciples here at St. Peter's. There's a deeper question of not only will we be able to move on and do the things they once did, but what are we doing as we look towards the future here? How are we investing in those who come behind us? We have a long history of doing this. You'll notice behind me the stained glass is of the 4 buildings here at St. Peter's. A lot has changed since the mid-1700s. But the faith continues to be passed on. It's not only a good thing, but it is a necessary thing. As you go through your week, be considering of ways that you can invest in the lives of others. And perhaps if you're younger watching this, be thinking about who you might approach to mentor you in the faith. It may be a family member, it may not, but ways that we can deepen our faith together. God has blessed St. Peter's for hundreds of years now, and we look forward to God's continued blessings. Hope you have a wonderful week.